All right, this is the hottest chili pepper in the world.
Hotter the better, man. If I don't sweat, I don't like it.
Feel the burn. People try out some of the hottest peppers in the world at the Irving Convention Center as Zest Fest draws thousands.
The rage inside me has been quieted. It's been quieted. The nightmares have just come down.
Mustangs are more than just the symbol of our city. Hear from veterans who say the animals have the power to heal.
I grew up here, I was raised here.
Terrific tricks and a motivational message. We are with the Harlem Globetrotter on her return visit home to Irving. Plus, employees forced to the floor. Do you recognize the bad guys? Find out when you might be able to take light rail to the airport and what you can expect when Final Four basketball comes to the area. This is City Source. A Harlem Globetrotter comes home to Irving to show off some remarkable tricks and share a message. Hello and welcome to City Source. I'm Thomas Gandy. That story is coming up, but first, big progress on the Dart Orange Line. Construction is moving faster than expected on the third phase, the one that will reach DFW International Airport. It will take travelers right into Terminal A. Dart now confirms that this section will be ready before the promised December opening date. No one is saying exactly how soon, but DART reports that the opening could happen before the state fair in September. Residents and travelers may notice testing on the lines in the next few months. I just got a tour of the construction site and we'll have a full report on our next show. That extension of the Orange Line could make it easier for travelers to reach the convention center where there is already a DART station. A lot of changes are planned in that area over the next couple of years, new hotels, restaurants, entertainment, and more. We're talking about that as we check out all of the spicy fun at Zest Fest. People are lining up to get inside Zest Fest at the Irving Convention Center and ride the line between palate pleasure and peppery pain. How are you feeling right now?
Numb.
You want to try, sir?
This is the same? Whatever's super hot.
All right, this is stupid hot.
Here, hotter is better. Vendors from across the country have found a way to get a kick into just about everything.
A spicy, old-fashioned fudge sauce with a chocolate habanero pepper.
Over 20 flavors of beef jerky.
Spices are not only for meat.
It's even great on popcorn. I heard it might even be great on ice cream.
We make a Reaper sauce, a Reaper puree.
The products at the booth for Pucker Butt are made with the pepper just added to the record books as the world's hottest.
We have the pepper right here, which is called the Carolina Reaper. He wants me to finish that. I don't think I should. Most people go, why? Why would you do that? Why would you want to grow a chili that can make people, actually get sick?
And that sometimes happens, but he says the peppers he grows are also used in cancer research.
We figured, hey, hot sauce and cure cancer, that'd be a great thing, wouldn't it?
While that milestone may come later, the Irving Convention Center team says Zest Fest is always reason to celebrate.
Zest Fest was our opening event, our opening weekend.
Some vendors are making it a can't-miss stop.
This is the third year in a row we've been here.
This is our second time.
We like it here.
The convention center is entering its fourth year, and this will be the year of biggest change.
And a lot of really positive changes.
Groundbreaking is planned for later this year on the Convention Center Hotel, just announced as a Westin that will be managed by Starwood. An entertainment center is set for next door. Also,
We have the land east of us, that is the Fram North Shore project, adjacent to the DART station. That's expected to start this year as well.
but look at the hotel site on the day of this popular event, and it is easy to see some of the challenges ahead.
We've got a good news, bad news thing that's going to happen over the next 2 years as this construction around us gets underway, and that is that the overflow parking we tend to need probably every 2 months or so is going to go away because there's going to be a construction site there. So we've got a lot of backup plans we're talking through.
Those backups include using parking garages at nearby office buildings on weekends and shuttles from DART lots at other times.
It's going to be a little bit of pain for everybody, but I think when people see the construction going on, they're going to understand that the things we've been talking about are becoming reality and they're going to want to be part of it.
Back walking around the floor, we spotted a cooking demo by the convention center's chef,
We're gonna make a little cornmeal cakes.
a dancing robot, and a concept that sounds straight out of a cable game show. This is the execution station.
All Oh, it's awesome.
The goal is to see how many pepper purees people can try.
Each sauce gets hotter and hotter. So the challenge is if they can make it from level number 1 all the way up to level number 8, they don't pass out on me, they don't throw up on my table, then they win full swag. Woo. There it is.
There it is.
Watch the reaction as the contestants move up.
Woo. Nose is running. Yeah.
Well, I'm starting to sweat a little bit, but I'm gonna keep going.
Trinidad Scorpion Moruga. All right, it's the hottest chili pepper in the world.
It's not good to me.
We watched this woman take on the challenge alongside this man with the flames on his hat. He didn't make it long.
There's more people that drop out than make it.
Carrie Apps handled it better than anyone else we saw. Carrie, you seem to be doing okay.
Yeah, it's hot.
She was among those making it to the final round.
Here's to the burn on the way in today. Here's to the burn on the way out tomorrow morning. 1, 2, 3. On your tongue. Count back.
The big question is why?
Hotter the better, man. If I don't sweat, I don't like it. I don't think I survived it.
It's not, I mean, it's pretty terrible. It's pretty terrible.
Would you do it again?
Not today.
So what are you going to do now?
Go get a milk and a beer.
Milk is one way people try to purge the pepper pain, but some have other ideas.
Sugar will also help. Sugar packets.
We give them a little taste of licorice and then we can taste something else. It clears the palate.
The best thing to do is just to kind of go through it. You can try the milk and the water and the bread.
Milk people try, but really it's just time.
Just gotta power through it and love it.
Clearly, they do love it.
You say it'll burn for a good 20 minutes?
Oh yeah.
Pain and pleasure at just about every booth.
Pretty intense, man.
Oh, no.
I'm not trying to kill them with the heat, but if we can do that.
We love it.
Here's what else is coming up at the Convention Center. March 7th through the 9th is the DFW Golf Show. March 28th through 30th is an event for knitters and crafters called DFW Fiber Fest. Find ticket prices and a full listing of public events at irvingconventioncenter.com. Irving's annual hospitality meeting brought together reps from hotels, restaurants, and local businesses. They heard a presentation about trends in the travel industry and how they could affect our area. Already, signs are encouraging.
It's really interesting because Irving has kind of a to-die-for demographic of your hotel visitor. Your annual household income is $110,000 per year. 90% of the people who come here and stay in your hotels are employed or self-employed. 60-some% of them are in joint income households. So they have a lot of money and they spend a ton here while they're in town.
Also, for the first time, the Convention and Visitors Bureau honored companies and groups with awards to recognize their efforts to fill hotel rooms and otherwise generate economic activity and goodwill. Want to see more? We'll be uploading extended clips of this event on our YouTube channel. Sports are always a big draw across the region. The Irving Convention and Visitors Bureau and other groups are looking at the impact of the NCAA Men's Basketball Final Four. It will be held at AT&T Stadium in Arlington in early April. The Dallas-Fort Worth Area Tourism Council made the event the focus of a recent meeting at the Four Seasons in Irving. Among the guest speakers was retired Dallas Mavericks All-Star Rolando Blackman. He now serves on the Final Four host committee. The attendees learned about all of the related events even non-sports fans can appreciate, such as a free music festival.
If you don't have tickets to the actual Final Four Saturday and Sunday, there are so many other venues and so many things that can encompass a family, friends, having a great opportunity to be a part of this event, that it's going to be so much fun. And for me, I'm going to have my friends and family. I'm going to be all over the place.
Our hotels benefit tremendously from it, but the whole region's going to benefit from all of these people coming in. The spotlight will be shown on us for the biggest event in NCAA college men's basketball for the year.
And as we talk about basketball, you will not want to miss what happened when the Harlem Globetrotters visited an Irving school. That's coming up later in the show. In today's Crime Fighters, a scary robbery caught on camera. Take a look. It happened at the VIP Unisex Barbershop on East 6th Street. The recording shows two armed men in masks storming in. The employees were forced to the floor. The robbers took money, wallets, cell phones, and even a hair clipper. It's a good thing that the barbershop had good cameras to capture the crime. If you recognize the people responsible, the Irving Police Department wants to hear from you. Call 972-721-1010 or email tips to ipdcrimetips@cityofirving.org. In other police news, the department is offering another class to help women learn to protect themselves. It is called Rape Aggression Defense, and it has proven to be a popular topic. As you can see in this video from a previous class, students learn self-defense, and there is also education on risk prevention and other topics. The 4-day class is February 17th through the 20th at the Police Training Academy on Esters. To register or learn more, visit irvingpal.org, or you can call Officer Jill Smith at 972-721-2544. A $20 donation to the Police Activities League is requested, but not required. Irving residents interested in running for mayor or council can pick up packets in the city secretary's office or get them on the city website. This year, the office of mayor and council places 3 and 5 will be elected. Filings are due February 28th. Here are other dates to keep in mind. Early voting is April 28th through May 6th. Then Election Day is May 10th. The city secretary's office can answer election questions. That number is 972-721-2493. There is also a lot of information at cityofirving.org. Residents have a chance to see the latest proposals for road construction near the former Texas Stadium site and weigh in with their own opinions. TxDOT is planning a public meeting to talk about State Highways 183 and 114, Interstate 35E, and Loop 12. A lack of state money has slowed plans to get it all done. The meeting is set for Thursday, February 20th from 5 to 8 p.m. at Travis Middle School. That's at 1600 Finley Road. Coming up, a man who says mustangs have the power to heal. But first, Web Watch, our most popular and most talked about videos online. This story from our last show is shared a lot across the internet. The Special Olympics basketball tournament held at 2 Irving recreation centers.
Our program is a really great program. I really enjoy my teammates, just hanging out with them. They're great to be around.
The latest streetscape concept for Heritage Crossing inspired some comments on Facebook from Karen Harmon. Woohoo, love this. Bobby C. Chuma wrote, I am loving this. Irving is truly the city of choice. And Diana Hernan Dennis chimed in, I like the idea. Hope things really progress now for South Irving. We deserve it. Then maybe we can talk about Irving Mall. And rounding out the Web Watch, a video specially produced for Irving's State of the City event. It's called Irving Adding Jobs by the Hundreds, and it looks at some of the economic wins of recent months and possibilities ahead. If you missed any of those stories, find them at ictn.tv. That's also where you can watch us live 24/7. Plus, catch us at youtube.com/The City of Irving. We have more than 1,000 videos for you to watch, and we always like it when you leave us a comment. A Harlem Globetrotters globe-trotting trek led her back home to Irving. Brooke Pratt talked with the player who shared an important message when she returned to her former school.
The Harlem Globetrotters are known for their amazing shots, fun tricks, and friendly personalities. These 2 Globetrotters often visit schools while traveling all over the country for their games. Their stop in North Texas included a visit to an eager crowd of students at the Holy Family of Nazareth Catholic School here in Irving. For player Joyce Sweet J. Akoramadu, this trip was a special one.
And I was once sitting in the seats where you guys are sitting. So
Sweet J lived in Irving and attended Holy Family up until 5th grade. She hasn't been back to the school since she was 13.
I have family here, friends. I grew up here. I was raised here. So just for them to share my success and then even maybe encourage and inspire other people to do what they want to do as well.
Oh, what a role model. Isn't this wonderful to know that someone from the Harlem Globetrotters was a part of Holy Family School at one time?
They should name me Sweet.
Sweet J's message is one of determination, girl power, and chasing dreams. She recently became the 12th ever female player on the Harlem Globetrotters. Her teammates nicknamed her Sweet J because of her phenomenal jump shot and sweet personality and smile.
I'm just a living testimony of what you can do if you just keep at it and don't let anybody stop you from what you want to do.
Sweet J and her teammate Anthony Buckets Blakes quickly captured the students' attention. And then they turned their attention to a more serious subject. In visits with schools, the Globetrotters always address the problem of bullying. Sweet J told a story of when she was bullied at a very young age.
It pushed me head first into the gravel from the slide, and I didn't say anything.
Sharing a personal story of her own bullying situation when she was a kid and how she overcame it and got to where she is right now. It's great.
Bucket shared the history of the Globetrotters. The team was formed in 1926 and was made up of all African-American players because at the time they weren't allowed to play in the NBA.
Not allowing somebody to play a particular sport because of the color of their skin or their ethnic background is a form of bullying. And not allowing someone to play a particular sport because of their gender, whether they're male or female, is also a form of bullying.
Sweet J and Buckets taught the kids what to do if they're ever bullied. They said it can be as easy as the ABCs.
Action. Everybody say action. Action. B in the ABCs of bullying prevention stands for bravery. Everyone say bravery. Bravery. C in the ABCs of bullying prevention stands for compassion. Everybody say compassion. Compassion.
The ABCs focused on standing up for your classmates and involving adults in bad situations. The players left the kids with more laughs, smiles, and tricks. Sweet J said it was fun coming back and reminiscing about her time in Irving. Although this gym wasn't here when Sweet J was a student, she started playing basketball in the parish hall next door. She says she never could have guessed that her passion for the game would take her to the Globetrotters.
I was always a tomboy, just trying to keep up with the boys, and so now I'm still trying to keep up. Nothing's changed, as you see.
She just was a happy-go-lucky little girl, and I loved having her in my class.
Oh, I didn't warm up.
Sweet J hopes she was able to inspire students to follow their dreams and not let anyone or anything get in the way.
You never know, one of these kids might be the 13th, 14th, 15th female, or just the guys could be a Globetrotter.
It becomes real, you know, it attaches your hopes and dreams as you sit in your desk here to something that could really happen in your life. It's just a matter of setting your goals and working for them.
Well, this is a blessing for me to just be back here. This is awesome. They've just showed us so much love.
Holy Family will continue to show Sweet J their love. Almost the entire school will be attending the Harlem Globetrotters game at the American Airlines Center in Dallas. Brooke Pratt for City Source.
Stop by Irving's Heritage Senior Center on any given day and you might find woodworking, watercolor painting, hula classes, card games, or even all of the above. It is a busy place and it's getting attention from some international visitors.
You've come a long way, haven't you?
They have come all the way from Nigeria, and they are visiting Irving's Heritage Senior Center as part of the University of North Texas Applied Gerontology program.
We're here on tour to observe the best practices in providing services to seniors in senior centers.
Irving has had a senior program for their citizens for over 30 years.
The visiting scholars we heard from said Nigeria does not have buildings and services like this, so they wanted to see everything, from the ballroom
we do carnival games,
to the kitchen.
The bread is what we serve in the morning.
And beyond.
We also have women who play billiards.
The program here is considered one of the finest, and I wanted them to see the best while they're here.
What impressed you most?
Everything. The togetherness, the happiness of the seniors who are around. We've seen them, they're quite happy.
They're checking out senior centers to see what they're all about so that they might...
They're wonderful.
Yeah.
The scholars had a chance to ask a lot of questions, getting into the details of funding, counseling, handling of medical emergencies, and more. Now they hope the dialogue can continue even after their visit, as they take what they learn home with a goal in mind.
We hope that when we learn this, we can replicate the same in Nigeria.
The University of North Texas also has students who routinely intern at the Senior Center.
The city of Irving
Call it a four-peat. The American Heart Association named the city of Irving a platinum-level fit-friendly workplace for the 4th year in a row. Representatives from the Human Resources team picked up the honor during a ceremony in Richardson. One big reason behind the honor is the city's employee wellness program called iWin.
Every year we seem to have about a 50% increase in participation, better outcomes, and we have cut the risk factors that cause shortened lives in the employees' workforce in half in the last 5 years.
I believe the city of Irving is set apart because they have such a strong focus on the whole employee, from smoking cessation to eating well to exercise to utilizing their benefits to their fullest for education and not just going to the doctor.
Through the city's wellness program, employees can earn an insurance discount, bonus pay, and even a day off based on how they achieve healthy goals. We all know the Mustang is the symbol of Irving, but some veterans are finding a healing power within the beautiful animals, and they felt there was no better place to talk about it than Irving. Susan Kamyab has that story.
I did some sniping in the Army. I was a sniper, and among some other things.
Army veteran Daniel Smith is at the Los Colinas Equestrian Center sharing his story. It's a story with many chapters he would like to forget.
I've been to some bad places, and it's hard to convey that to people who ain't been there.
Here he is interacting with the animals that can get him help.
These horses are more than just beautiful animals for show and riding. They've been proven to be therapeutic.
When I first walked up to the Mustang, I could kind of feel a little bit of the wildness in a herd.
Mustang Mentors is a program established through the Mustang Heritage Foundation, giving military veterans the opportunity to train wild horses and allowing them to communicate with the animals through a connection that is healing for both the veteran and the horse.
I've always known about some of the data surrounding Mustangs helping disabled people, Mustangs helping people with behavioral issues or trauma or post-traumatic stress. And so I think it's a perfect fit for Mustangs to work with the veterans. And it's a way for people to get help they need in forming relationships, just having a sense of purpose.
To live without purpose is generally setting that veteran up for suicide.
U.S. Navy veteran Rob Foley was diagnosed with a traumatic brain injury and post-traumatic stress disorder. But an unexpected encounter with a wild Mustang changed the way he looked at life.
I became vulnerable. You understand what I was thinking about doing just the day before. And the lead mare came over, and she came in about 6 inches right here. I said, it just can't be happening. And she nudged me, and I said, you can't feel what I'm feeling. And she nudged me again, and I just went down on one knee, and I had a very hard moment. That's licking and chewing, and she understands that.
Before discovering equine therapy, Rob was seeking treatment through medication. But he says, for him, this interaction with horses is much more effective.
The rage inside me has been quieted. It's been quieted. The nightmares have just come down, and I'm able to sleep. And if I give credit to horses for most of this, then I'm happy to do that.
Coincidentally, the connection to Irving started here at the Mustang Museum. Guide Mary Higbee met Rob when he visited.
We had a good connection just to begin with.
She was so fascinated by his story that she immediately connected Rob with the Equestrian Center. Rob then agreed to meet with other veterans around Irving to share his skills and experience.
I can relate just as an individual to a kindred spirit with horses. And so I can imagine that it is very successful as a therapy as well.
They don't forget. They don't forget those that they bond with.
For Rob, relating to the horses saved his life. But what keeps him going is witnessing his fellow veterans bond with horses through the same life-changing connection.
That's the magic right there, when I see that interaction between a veteran and a horse. A disconnect, bring them together, we got a complete package and a complete whole, and that's beautiful to me, and that's my healing. When I see that, that's when I receive my healing.
As Rob spreads his story, the growth in equine-assisted therapy continues to result in a life-altering effect for veterans.
I'm signed up to get me one of them horses. I think it'll change my life. Thank you again.
That's what it's about, man.
Susan Comyob for City Source.
And now that you've seen the healing potential of animals, you may be ready to invite one into your home. It's time for our Pets of the Week, so let's head out to the Animal Care Campus.
Thank you for joining us for this week's Pet of the Week. First up today, we have Cleopatra, who is a 4-month-old Chihuahua Beagle mix. She is extremely playful, very sweet, and is looking for her forever home. She is black and tan with a little bit of white, and she is such a sweetheart. Please come and visit with her today. She'll be happy to go home with you. This pup here, this is Anthony. He is Cleopatra's brother. He is about 4 months old as well, a Chihuahua Beagle mix. And he is also black and tan with a little bit more white. He is very playful, but he is also a little bit shy. Once he gets to know you though, you've got a playful buddy on your hands. Please come and visit with him today. He's looking to go home right now. This little girl here, this is Fran. She's about 4 months old. She's a domestic medium hair, very playful, very pretty. She is just really sweet and ready to go home with you today. Come and visit with her.
Okay, thank you, Ashley. The Animal Care Campus is located at 4140 Valley View Lane. It is open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. Then on Saturday, the hours are 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. A lot coming up for you on the next edition of City Source. And right now, here's what we are planning to bring you. We mentioned that the Dart Orange line will be finished sooner than expected. We'll take a closer look at the construction and learn more about the expected benefits. Plus, getting wet to get fit. We take a look at some of the city's water aerobics classes. Email us your thoughts on our stories. The address is ictn@cityofirving.org. We may read some of your messages here on the show, or you can always comment on our videos at youtube.com/thecityofirving. And that's it for this edition of City Source. We leave you now with more of the fun at Zest Fest. Thanks to everyone who's a part of this one, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.